morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss the lesson number 16, habitats and shelters.
In this chapter, we will discuss on the following topics, that is introduction, land animals, animals living in cold regions, animals living in deserts, animals living in open areas, animals living underground, arboreal animals, aquatic animals, amphibians, animals living around us, domestic animals, bird shelters, wrap up, and the last bookwork. First, introduction. As we all know that animals live in places where they can survive. The natural home or the environment where an animal lives is called its habitat. Some animals live in deep forests, mountains, in water, deserts, and even places covered with snow. The term environment means everything that surrounds us is collectively called environment. The term shelter means a small building or covered place which is made to protect organisms from bad weather and danger. Animals choose those places where they can get water, food, and better climate. Some animals live in hot and dry desert because they do not need as much water as other animals. In the same way, some animals live in forests because they prefer cooler and shady areas. So, based on their habitat, animals are classified as land animals, arboreal animals, aquatic animals, and the last amphibians. Land animals. Land animals or terrestrial animals are animals whose bodies are suited for living on land. Land animals make their home or natural shelter at that places where they get enough food and water. The land animals are strong enough to search their food with the help of their well developed sensors because it have senses like smelling, eyesight, feel, etc. Land animals who depend on other animal for food, they use their sharp teeth and claws. Sometimes animals uses their sharp teeth and claws to protect themselves from predators. The term predator means an animal that kills and eat other animal. Land animals also use their strong limbs to skip predator and catch prey. Some example of terrestrial animals are bear, lion, and tiger who lives in rocky caves. The picture is showing lion, leopard, giraffe, bear, and kangaroo. They are the examples of land animals or terrestrial animals. Animals living in cold regions. There are so many animals who are adept to cold weather. They can tolerate cold and harsh winters. Animals like polar bear, snow leopard, Arctic fox. Here we are going to discuss about Arctic fox, that is also known as polar fox. The Arctic fox has a round body, short legs, and small ears that help them to stay warm. The thick and brown fur, which traps air and prevents body heat. Arctic fox have furry paws and a sharp sense of hearing help it to walk easily on snow and for hunting. Arctic fox can camouflage with ice and snow. Camouflage means the natural ability of some animals to change their color and shape to blend with surrounding. Animals that live in cold places usually go to sleep for a very long time in winters is called hibernation. This picture is showing the walrus, snow leopard, polar bear, Arctic fox, and the last reindeer. They are the examples of animals who live in cold regions. Animals living in deserts. Deserts are extremely dry places with little water and few trees. In deserts, the days are very hot and nights are very cool. So, the desert animals adapted to these conditions. For example, camel, great Indian bustard, etc. Now I am going to explain that how camels can survive in deserts. The first thing that they have large flat feet so that they can walk easily on sand. The another thing that is thick fur on top of their body so that they get shade from the scorching sun and also protect from cold. On the lower body, they have thin fur that allows easy heat loss. The next quality of camels are slit like nostrils and two rows of eyelashes prevent the sand from getting inside their eyes and nose. You all may hear that camels are known as sheep of desert because they can live without water and food for many days as they store water in their stomach and fat in their hump. The picture is showing the examples of desert animals, that is camel, coyote, desert tortoise, sand cat, Gila monster, and the last fennec fox. Animals living in open areas. There are so many animals who prefer to live in forests and grasslands because they need a wide open space so they can roam freely and escape predators. The lion, pronghorn, leopard, zebra, bear, and tiger are the examples of animals who live in forests and grasslands. Animals living underground. There are so many animals who are living beneath the earth's surface in holes, tunnels, that is also known as burrow. Rabbits and rats make holes or tunnels. Ants live in ant hills. Snakes live in holes that is known as pits. These animal bodies are adapted to live like this. The picture is showing anthills and holes where animals like rat, rabbits and snake lives. Arboreal animals. Some animals are adapted to spend their most of their time on trees are called arboreal animals. These animals eat, sleep on the tree canopies. Canopies means a layer of tree branches that spread like a roof in a forest. The strong claws help them to grip branches of trees, and their strong legs help them to climb. Monkeys have a long tail that help them to swing on branches. The picture is showing the examples of arboreal animals like tree kangaroo, koala bear, orangutan, squirrel monkey, giant panda, and the sloths. They are also known as sloth bear. Aquatic animals. Some animals who live in water are called aquatic animals. The fish have gills through which they can breathe in water, and fins and tail, they help them to swim properly. The dolphin and the whales are the mammals, and they don't have gills, so they come up to the surface of water to breathe. Seal, dolphin, seahorse, jellyfish, starfish, blue whale are some examples of aquatic animals. Now, amphibians, animals that can live on both water and land, are called amphibians. Examples are frogs, toads, and salamanders. They are the amphibians and they can breathe through their skin in water and on land. They can breathe through their lungs. The crocodile, turtle, and alligators, they breathe through their lungs and keep their nose out of water. They also come to land at regular interval to get oxygen. Frogs, salamanders, newts, crocodile, alligators are the example of amphibians, animals living around us. Due to urbanization, human beings are clearing the forest so that some animals have adapted to live around human beings in or around our houses, like rats, monkeys, squirrels, spiders, frogs, lizards, birds, and insects like flies and mosquitoes live in or around our houses. We can also see scorpions, snakes, and chameleons in open spaces. Rats live in holes in our homes, while frogs and mosquitoes are seen nearest small water bodies, even as puddles, as they can breathe in still water. In this picture, you are able to see the pictures of spider, housefly, squirrel, rat, scorpion, and the last chameleon. They are the example of animals who adapted to live around us. There are some animals that are active only during nights. They are known as nocturnal animals, like owls and bats. Chameleons are able to blend their skin color according to the environment, that is known as camouflage, so that they can protect themselves from predators. The examples of nocturnal animals are bats, fox, hedgehog, owls, armadillo. Now, domestic animals. Domestic animals are the animals who live with us and we provide food and shelter. For examples, cats and dogs. Farm animals are the animals who provide food products like milk and meat. They also help us in our work, for example, cows, horses, and hen. One very most important thing that we should be sensitive towards these animals because they are very helpful to us in many ways. In this picture, you can see so many domestic animals and farm animals. They are donkey, hen, sheep, duck, cow, horse, and buffalo. Bird shelters. As the animals need a shelter to live, in the same way, birds also need a shelter, a place where they can live and they can lay their eggs and raise their young ones. The next think that the size of nest depend on the size of bird. The bird built their nest on trees and buildings or on the ground or in the bushes. They make their nest with mud, dried leaves, stems, and threads. In the picture, you can see the nest is on the branch of the tree. Scrape nests. These are a simple nests which look like a shallow ditch on the ground, and they are made by pebbles, feathers, grasses, and leaves. And the example of birds who make these nests are ostriches, quails, vultures, and falcons. The next type of nest is burrow nests, in which the bird use their beak and claws to dug a burrow in the ground. The bird owl is an example who lives in the burrows that are dug by some other birds. The examples of birds who make burrow nests are kingfisher, puffins, kiwis, and great hornbill. The next type of nests are platform nests, in which the birds make a flat nest either on the ground or in the shallow water, and even on the buildings and trees. The shape of nest is large and bulky. They are made with the big twigs and sticks. In the picture, you are able to see the nest is made on the top of a tower. Herons, white stork, and mourning doves are the birds who make platform nests. The next is cavity nests. This type of nest is made by woodpecker. Cavity nests are made inside natural holes or cavities in tree trunks. The birds, like parrots and owls, they live in natural cavities of trees. The another bird, that is woodpecker, who use their beak to make a cavity in the tree trunk. The cavity nests are often lined with leaves and feather. The next type of nests are mound nests. In the picture, you are able to see it is in the shape of a cone or a bell. This type of nest is made by flamingos and turkey, and they are made on the ground with the help of mud, sticks, twigs, leaves, and branches. Spear shaped nests. This type of nests are made by American dipper and marsh wren. This type of nest look like a spear or a dome, and the very important thing about this nest is they are completely secured from all the sides, and it will have only a single entrance from one side. Such nests are built as hideouts to provide protection to birds that are often preyed on. The next one is pendant nest. In the picture, you are able to see this type of nest is like a pendant. This nest is woven by weaver birds and sunbirds. The meaning of woven is to make something by twisting flowers or pieces of wood together. In this nest, the bird have an entrance on the side through which the bird enter in the nest. This is made by grass and thin twigs, and it provide a very good protection to the young ones. Now, the wrap up. Animals are found in mountains, plains, forests, and in water. The natural home or the environment where an animal lives is called its habitats. Animals that live on land are called terrestrial animals. Animals that live in water are called aquatic animals, and those who are living on land as well as in water are called amphibians. Animals that live in cold places usually go into a deep sleep in winters are called hibernation. Arboreal animals spend most of their life on trees. Clearing of forest and construction of buildings have forced some animals to live around human beings. We should be sensitive towards animals. Now, the bookwork. The A1 identify the animals and their habitat. First one is fish and the habitat is water. Second one is polar bear. The habitat is cold region. The third one is tiger and the habitat is land. The fourth one is frog and the habitat is land and water. The B1 is filling the blanks with the correct answer. First C terrestrial, second B gills, third B stomach, fourth B amphibian. The C1 write T for true and F for false. First one true, second one false, third one true, fourth one true, fifth one true.
This is all about the explanation and the book exercise. Thank you so much.